All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on a tool that has totally changed the game for anyone who wants to code, especially if you're into things like AI and data science. We're talking about Google Colab. Oh, we've all been there. You know the feeling, right? You get this brilliant idea, you find some amazing code you want to try out, and then, bam! You spend the next, 3 hours just fighting with your own computer. It's this absolute nightmare of cryptic error messages, installing libraries, and things just not working. Doesn't it feel like you're spending more time being an IT admin than actually coding? It's so frustrating. Well, what if I told you there's a way to skip all of that, to just bypass the entire setup process and get straight to the fun part?
You see, this whole initial struggle, this setup nightmare, it's the exact problem Google Colab was built to solve. It actually came out of Google research with one goal: to make these powerful tools accessible to everybody, whether you're a student or a pro developer. So, what is it, really? Well, put simply, Colab is like having a super powerful computer waiting for you in the cloud, and it's always ready to go. It's a completely free service that lets you write and run Python code right from your web browser with, and this is the best part, absolutely zero setup required. I mean, just look at the difference here. The old way, it was all about complex installations, being stuck with whatever power your own laptop had. But the Colab way, we're talking zero installation, access to seriously powerful cloud computers, and sharing your work with a single click. It is a total game changer.
Okay, so how does Colab actually pull this off? Well, the key idea you need to get your head around is the notebook.
Honestly, the best analogy, and you'll hear this a lot, is to think of it like a Google Doc, but specifically for code. You can write notes, you can explain your thought process, and then, right in the middle of all that text, you can write and execute live code. It's interactive, it's collaborative, and it all just lives in your browser.
So every one of these notebooks is made of two basic building blocks. First, you've got text cells. This is where you write your descriptions, add pictures, organize your thoughts. And then, you've got the code cells. This is where the magic happens. You type in your Python code, you hit the little play button, and you see the results pop up right underneath. It's that simple. And getting started is it's ridiculously easy. There are no downloads, no installers. You just go to the website, click New Notebook, and that's it. You're coding. We're literally talking seconds to go from nothing to a full-blown Python environment.
Okay, so it's super easy to use. That's great. But now we get to the feature that makes Colab truly revolutionary, especially if you have any interest in AI, machine learning, or heavy-duty data science. We're talking about free access to incredible computing power.
Just think about this for a second. How much does it cost to get your hands on a high-end graphics card, a GPU, to train, say, a machine learning model? Well, with Colab, the answer is zero. Nothing. You get free access to hardware that could easily cost you thousands of dollars.
A GPU, a graphics processing unit, it's basically a supercharger for your computer. It's essential for all the heavy-duty math that makes AI work. Getting free access to one of these completely democratizes the field. It lets students and hobbyists work on projects that, not too long ago, were only possible in huge research labs.
And you're in the driver's seat. For simple stuff, the standard CPU is totally fine. But with just a couple of clicks, you can switch your notebook over to a powerful GPU. You can even get access to TPUs, Tensor Processing Units, which are Google's own custom-built chips designed for massive-scale AI.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. Once you've switched on that GPU runtime, just type this simple command into a code cell and hit run. It will literally print out the specs of the exact high-performance NVIDIA GPU that Google has just given you to use for free. It's amazing.
So let's recap. We've got an easy-to-use platform, we've got access to incredible power. Now let's look at the final piece of the puzzle, how all of this comes together to create a super smooth workflow for building and sharing your projects.
What if you need a specific tool or a library that isn't already there? Is it a huge pain? Nope. A single line of code, starting with an exclamation mark, lets you install pretty much anything you need from Python's huge ecosystem of packages. It really is that simple.
Okay, so where does all your work actually go? Well, by running another simple command, you can connect your Google Drive directly to your Colab notebook. This means you can easily pull in datasets from your drive, and, more importantly, you can save all your code, your models, and your results right back to it.
And this brings us full circle right back to that Google Docs analogy. When you're done, or if you want to work on something with a friend or a teammate, you just share a link. That's it. They can open your notebook, see your code, see all the outputs, and even run it themselves. Collaboration has never, ever been easier.
So, what's the big takeaway here? It's that the barriers are gone. The complex setups are a thing of the past. The expensive hardware is now free. The tools to build the future of AI are truly, right now, at your fingertips, accessible from any web browser on the planet. The only question left is, what are you going to create?